Hey, this is Kathy Perry, corporate energy expert, helping senior living teams power up and perform so they can be engaged, productive, and energized. And in this video, I'm going to talk about some of the reasons you might not feel well at work. I'm hearing it from everyone. You're stressed, you're burned out, you're worn out, you just show up and you don't feel great. And then I want you to stay till the very end because I'm going to give you the number one reason why we may feel run down during our days. Okay? Stick with me and please subscribe to this channel because you'll get an alert in YouTube, not from me, you won't get anything in your inbox, but you're gonna get an alert saying there's new videos, there's new content, and I'm always adding new content, sometimes even with resources you can use with your teams, so please subscribe. So, you don't feel good, right? You just don't feel energized, it's worn out, and I understand, and you may not have time. They don't have time to go to the gym. They don't have time to, meal prep. I don't have time for that healthy stuff. But it's so important to begin to make that time, to really think about why don't you feel well. And I'm going to give you the three main reasons why you may not feel your greatest. First of all, you may be stressed. And I talk a lot about stress because in the positions that you're in, there's people constantly who need you, constantly getting new regulations, new tasks added to your list, and you get stressed out. Well, when we run around in this stressed out state for too long, it really wears us down. And it's from a physiological level too, a physical level, we wear out. Our adrenaline glands, so adrenaline comes from your adrenal glands, they're actually producing so much adrenaline, we can get to the point where we have what was called adrenal fatigue, and we can just wear out and you feel like you just can't get energized. So I have other videos that address some tactics for reducing stress. Go ahead and look those up. But think about those stress triggers. There's also a video about stress triggers. Where's your stress coming from? What can you start to do about it? So that's the number one reason why you're not feeling well. You are stressed out. Number two, you just aren't getting the rest you need. When I do programs all over the country, I always say, who's getting their magic, 7 hours of sleep? And I will tell you what, the majority of the country is getting less than that magic number. And the reason you need that magic number of hours of sleep is because your body does repair and restore work at night when you are sleeping. Or maybe you sleep during the day if you're on shift work. But when you can sleep, your body at a cellular level repairs and restores. Your immune functions increase, any type of, things that are going on at a cellular level get repaired. But when we don't sleep, we get worn down. We also don't digest our food as well when we are in a fatigue state. So there's a whole host of things that happen when you are tired. So that's the second reason. First is stress, second is you're not getting enough sleep. And then finally the third one, which we probably all know, is you're not eating for energy. Now, in my past life, but it's not really my past life, I still do it now, I consult on nutrition. I consult on staying energized. And this goes all the way back to the fact that my youngest child was born with what they called the disease of no energy. At the cellular level, her cells did not properly turn food into energy. Well, this led me on a several-year quest to really understand how a body is energized. I've written 3 books on wellness. One of them is even called Eating for Energy. And there'll be more videos about some specific ways that you can energize with certain foods. But we aren't doing it. We're running around stressed out. We don't have time to pack the lunch. We're grabbing quick stuff here. Quick food is usually not the most body energizing food. And you're like, Kathy, I don't have time for that. And that's expensive and I can't do it. I know it is hard to do when other forms of food are easier, cheaper, quicker. But it's so important. And keep following along in these videos. I'll give you more tips and tactics, but we just aren't eating to stay energized. So those are the 3 reasons why you may not be feeling well, why you're not energized at work. You're stressed, you're tired, and you're not eating for energy. You're like, what do I do about it? So I know it gets overwhelming. Kathy, I can't do all that. And trust me, I run year-long wellness programs for organizations, and you shouldn't do it all at once. And that's what I'm saying. Pick one thing each week. This week, I'm going to focus on my sleep. I'm going to have a routine in the evening. I'm going to do some deep breathing for my stress. Just pick one thing and do it for a week. The next week, change it up a little bit more. So say you're going to go to bed a half hour earlier your first week. The next week, go to bed an hour earlier. Okay? So one thing. Slow steps make bigger progress. You can find all the information you need on anything health related on the magic tool of Google, right? The internet has everything. But the thing that it doesn't have is that inspirational piece. Information without inspiration is going nowhere. There's nothing that I could tell you about how to stay energized that you can't find from watching a video or from doing a Google search. But until you are inspired to say, I want to feel better. And what is your piece of inspiration? Is it your family? I want to do better at work so I can reach my next goal, so I can provide for my family. Is it for your personal growth? Is it because you really care about the residents? I want to be there. I want to show up. I want to do that for my residents. Pick your piece of inspiration, because none of this will happen until you're inspired. And you, personally, may be your biggest piece of inspiration. Don't you want to feel good? Don't you want to be healthy? Don't you want to be there, show up for your family, for your significant other, spouse, for your next vacation? You deserve to feel well. Now, I promised you my number 1 tip for staying energized. And I've actually written a whole course on this subject. And it's a tough one because we love it. In this country, we love it. But if you want to stay more energized throughout your day, really take a look at your sugar habit. In this country, we eat 3 to 4 times the amount of sugar each day that our body can safely process. And when your body is overwhelmed trying to process this sugar, your energy levels plummet. So I'm going to be sharing more videos on the subject of sugar and how it's not so sweet and how it can really be keeping you from energizing and staying productive all day. But for now, just do a little assessment. How much sugar are you taking in a day? Do you need that sugary drink in the afternoon? Are you just walking by, the nurse's station or your break room and seeing that treat laying out? Is the temptation great? So that's a little first tactic to start with. But again, slow, methodical, well thought out. What am I going to focus on this week? Don't try to do it all at once. Don't try to quit sugar cold turkey. That never works. Just keep watching my videos and I'll be giving you more tips, tools, and tactics. So this is Kathy Perry, corporate energy expert, helping you power up so that you're engaged, that you are resilient, you're productive, and you're ready to serve the people who need you. Thank you so much for watching.